full name is Wesley Thomas Watson.
What the what? Wes Thomas Watson. All right. We all heard about the story by now. And a lot of people probably heard that there's way more to the story than what we initially heard. All right. And shout out to Daddy Wells because she dropped the story. All right. Who else? John Bravo talked about it. Greg Doucette talked about it. And millions and countless of other people have talked about it. Bubba. You know what I'm saying? But with all the names and countless people that you can think about that talked about it, think about the two names that haven't talked about it. I'm going to say three names. First, I'm going to say Keith and Kevin. Who are those guys? The HodgeTwins, the conservative twins. They talk about everybody else. They talk about the little girls that, the young ladies that was at the Wendy's drive-thru throwing things in the window. They called them all kinds of things. But when a grown man does something 1,000 times worse to another young lady who wasn't as deserving, nobody deserves that, all right? Nobody deserves anything in this whole situation except whatever's coming to West. And nobody deserves whatever's coming to West unless they done what West done or something similar, all right? And a lot gonna come to West, a lot. The West is done. All right, so what I'm talking about is these guys, they talk about everybody else. They seem to point out a specific type of people. They never said anything about the whole clavicular thing. Like, what's up with that, bros? What's up with that, Officer Tatum? I said the third person, right? What's up with that, Officer Tatum? What's up with that, Keith and Kevin Hodge twins? I used to watch these guys back in the days, man. When I first started working out, they had some halfway good entry-level beginner advice, and it helped me out a lot. So I'm not totally dissing. I used to watch these guys a long time ago, over 10 years ago. But then I started seeing things, and people started telling me things, and I didn't want to believe some of these things. And then I started seeing it for myself, and then they started getting blatant with it. First, they was denying it. No, we don't be thinking like that. We ain't like that. They wasn't always these conservative twins. You know, people was like, oh, they don't train with such and such type people. They don't train with these type people. And then they started getting blatant with it, when it was no longer able to hide. All right. So I'm gonna ask you again, Keith and Kevin Hodge twins, conservative twins. Where is the Wes Watson footage? Where is it from you guys? Where is it? You only pick on a certain demographic. You cherry pick your information and try to make it look like only certain people do certain things. Man, a lot of different people do certain things. It doesn't have a color. All right? So it's going to seem like these people do more of this than those people because these people get picked on more for it. And people say, oh, no stereotypes were heard in this video. And da, 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 da. Like, dude, like, ain't everybody in the world, it doesn't matter what part of the world. The world, not just America, the whole world. Age groups, it doesn't even matter, bro. You got old ladies who you would think they out there slanging stuff. Like, come on, man. Keith and Kevin, man, you gotta do better, bro. Wes Watson, we already know what's going on with that. I think he tried to pay bail, and he couldn't get out because the other case that he had, dog, that was a horrible situation, man. And then Jose and the bodyguard guarding the door and all that won't let her out because she went to a Miami game. Yeah. The Wendy's girl did that over some ketchup or something, but nobody was really harmed. You know what I'm saying? This is 1,000 times worse. And everybody, you can't tell me these dudes don't know about it. They keep their ears to the street. They know about things before you do. They know things before I do. Where is it, dog? Dogs? Where is it, man? Huh? All that stuff clavicular did, y'all ain't say nothing. Nada. Now, I do give Convictor that one thing, though. Dude was bothering him a lot. That still doesn't give you the right. All right? So, I'm just saying. Right now, I feel like I'm the prince of all sayings. I'm just saying, bro. Where's just saying pride? Bros, nah, quit joking, man. Put the jokes aside, man, so they can know I'm not playing, bro. Where is it, man? Huh? Wes Watson, where is he? Where it deserves to be. She went to a Miami game, bro. You don't own somebody because you bought something for them. It doesn't matter if that something is on their body. You don't own that person. And if you're doing that before you're even married, what do you think will happen when you get married? When you really think you own somebody? Hey, I hate that happened to her. But man, I'm glad it didn't go any further. All right. The 7-foot dude that he did that to, that situation actually helped this situation come to justice. It ain't even done yet though, but it's helping that situation come to justice by, he could have had bail. How you get bail with 5 felonies, bro? That's like is that a privilege? I don't know. Yeah. But that's all I gotta say, man. Comment, like, subscribe, share, holler back at your boy. It's your boy Reppin' Time Fitness. I'm just calling it like it is. I'm asking questions. I'm not accusing anything. Allegedly for educational purposes only. What's up with the twins, man? What's up with Tatum, man? What's up? Where you at?